Mark, Marcia, for many kids today, there's no escaping bullying. Not only do they face ridicule and physical abuse, they also face cyberspace attacks. That's why there's a new initiative to help students take a stand.
What's up, man? You going to practice today?
MARLON Shackelford Jr. is a senior at PONITZ. He plays sports and is the reigning homecoming king. Just about anyone here will tell you he's popular.
If you want to be on TV, go to radio and TV. It's hard work, but
now MARLON is using that power among his peers to fight bullying in his building.
I think it's a big problem in schools today because people now are killing themselves over that. Kids are killing kids over that. They're killing each other over that, and bullying is a huge part. Not just regular bullying. Cyberbullying, verbal bullying, everything.
You could tell me exactly.
Research suggests that regardless of the school, 10 to 20% of students are chronic victims of bullying.
Bullying is occurring.
James Bolden supervises the violence prevention program for public health Dayton and Montgomery County.
Males have a way of bullying more physical, more often. Females have a way, or direct. Females have a way of being indirect. They will talk behind the scene. They will say things that are not physical, but at the same time have probably an effect that's maybe even greater than the physical.
Yeah. And with so much on the line, community leaders say it's time to intervene.
If bullying leads to assaults, it leads to menacing, threats, it leads to crimes.
Sheriff Plummer recently sponsored an all-day workshop that helped to train MARLON and about 60 other students to be anti-bully advocates.
They're educated on it now. They know what to look for. They know to help solve the problem. They're going to go into schools and be our moral voice. And when the bullying occurs in the school, they're going to hopefully step up and say, we're not doing that here, guys. We're not doing that.
MARLON says he's already had to intervene on multiple occasions.
Well, you get all type of reactions. Some reactions, they be like, okay, you right, Shaq, I understand, I shouldn't do that. But some is like, they'll try to beat around the bush because they know they're wrong, but they don't want to admit it. But at the end of the day, they always come around and they're always good and they stop it.
The program just started a couple weeks ago, and already there are 25 anti-bullying advocates here at PONITZ. School administrators tell me they're already making a difference.
I thought it was great. Because sometimes students are afraid to say anything, and then certainly they become afraid to say something to an adult.
Dr. Glenn FAIRCLOTH is the principal at PONITZ, but as a student, he too was bullied. So he understands the issue and thinks student advocates are a big part of the solution.
I think once we start connecting the dots, truly allowing the students to have a voice, and you have that liaison between the students and to the adults in the building, you start hearing some true stories, and then we can implement new ideas and other strategies to try to prevent bullying.
Right now, Plummer says advocates are only in a handful of schools, but he says they plan to change that, eventually pushing the program into every area building.
We got a lot of work to do. We got to educate a lot of kids.
Which I do today in third period.
But with the help of students like MARLON, the message has some meaning. And standing up for picked-on peers is quickly becoming popular.
Make a difference by the smallest things, by just doing their work when they don't want to, because you never know who's looking at you. Just little things, like the little things always count that I learned.
Now, anti-bullying advocates are just one of several programs sponsored by the Sheriff's Office going on right now to help battle back. If your student would like to become an anti-bully advocate, you can contact the Sheriff's Office at 225-4192. I'm Megan O'Rourke, 2 News on your side.